see these large grayish creatures kind of lying down, as well as some standing up grazing. Those are white-bearded
Someone's gonna fly out.
White-bearded wildebeest are probably among the better known of the migratory species that travel across the savanna every year. White-bearded wildebeest travel in herds of up to 1.5 million over distances of 500 to 1,000 miles across the savanna every single year in search of food. Now another name for the white-bearded wildebeest is the gnu, spelled G-N-U. That comes from the sound that they make, which sounds like a soft new sound.
This is the best thing.
Since the herd is always on the move, it's probably very helpful that a newborn white-bearded wildebeest can get up and walk around within 15 minutes of being born.
Oh, wow. Wow. There's another giraffe over there. I know, right? There's so many giraffes.
As we come across the savanna, you
I love that one that was really close. That one right there. That's
savanna.
Amazing.
Those are termite mounds. Termites use spit and dirt to build these mounds to live in. And once they harden in the sun, they are as hard as concrete.
There's another one!
This makes them a great vantage point for smaller species looking out for predators.
It's beautiful.
It also makes them a fantastic scratching post for an elephant or a rhino.
Your face got in the way. Alright. Just kidding. Why do I'm obviously kidding. I'm kidding. If I haven't. Oh, it's zoomed on the grass. That's some beautiful grass. Hope you like that grass. Get some more. It's beautiful. Some of these are asleep.
African elephants are the larger species of elephant.
I can't see this guy.
I can tell you this is quite possibly a male African elephant based on the fact that he's by himself. African elephants do become more solitary as they reach adulthood and will separate from the herd. But I bet his family herd is probably not too far away, so let's head further into the savannah to see if we can find them. We're gonna have to cross the old Harambe Bridge. I typically don't like to go this way. This bridge was built in like the 1700s, and they keep fixing it with duct tape, and it's just a mess. But it looks like there's recent tire tracks, so we're probably fine, right? Famous last words. Let everybody hold on just in case. Go ahead and buckle those seatbelts. Oh wait, we have none. Right. Sorry. Oh geez, everybody hang on. Lean to the right, lean to the right, lean to the right, lean to the right. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yep. I have to have the warden come out here with another roll of duct tape. Let's get out of here. Oh, as we come around the bend, I do see signs that there were other elephants in the area here. On either side of the truck, these are red clay pits, and I see they have tusk marks in them. Elephants eat the red clay by digging into the clay with their tusks and scooping it into their mouth with their trunk. They eat the clay to get essential minerals in their diet that they wouldn't otherwise get. So let's head down to the watering hole and see if we can't find some more elephants. Elephants will spend a lot of time around water to keep themselves healthy. They have very sensitive skin, and so you might often find them throwing dirt on their backs using their trunks. They use this kind of as a form of sunscreen to help protect that sensitive skin. So keep your eyes peeled, friends. Elephants are constantly on the move, so if we don't see any, that might mean that they've passed through already. Elephants deal with a lot of habitat loss due to mining for coltan. Coltan is a metallic ore used to make our personal electronic devices such as cell phones and laptops. If you're looking to help elephant conservation efforts, a great way to do that is to make sure you're recycling your old electronics. I do not see any elephants, unfortunately. They must have moved on.
Yeah, no.
On our left-hand side, though, on the island, I do see some greater flamingo.
It's my fam.
Greater flamingo are not actually born pink, they are born gray. They get their pink color from a diet high in carotene. They eat lots and lots of shrimp that contain that carotene. About a year to a year and a half after birth, they turn pink.
It's my fan.
Now you might hear of many species that have a greater and a lesser version. Typically,
That one that's
means the
derpy
greater
over there is
version
my
a little
friend.
bit bigger. In the case of the flamingo, that is true.
That's
However, the
derping
lesser
really
flamingo
hard.
is actually a brighter pink.
The one that was derping.
It looks like the warden's been out and has managed to catch some poachers and confiscate some tusks and horns. Poaching is an unfortunate reality for a lot of species that are here on the reserve. Reserves like this are set up to help protect those species. However, nowadays poachers are very heavily funded. They use very sophisticated methods of hunting. It makes them very hard to catch. They will often illegally break into reserves like this in the middle of the night and hunt these poor animals. As a consumer, a great way that you can help fight poachers is to make sure that when you're purchasing items that contain ivory, in the case of the elephants, or keratin in the case of species like rhinos, that you're purchasing those items from sustainable sources. Once you eliminate the demand for that substance from the black market, then poachers are out of a job.
What is it?
And that helps save those animals.
Where? I don't see. Sand. What? Yeah, we
Coming up on our
saw
left-hand side as
flamingos
we
and
round the
ducks.
corner, this large rock formation is called a kopie. Kopies are great vantage points for predators looking out for prey on the savannah. Like that big guy up there on top of the kopie lying down. That is a male African lion. I also see some females up here on our kind of toward the front of the kopie, so I'm going to stop in between them. Now the difference between male and females is that males have a mane. Now, African lions will spend up to 20 hours a day resting, not necessarily sleeping, but resting. Then they will do their hunting at night when their vision is better. During the day, their vision is about equivalent to a human's, but at night, their eyes are about 6 times better than the average human eye. They have padded paws, which allows them to silently stalk their prey during the night. Now, females do take responsibility for the hunt, leaving the male behind to protect their territory, as well as the younger members of the pride. And on our right-hand side, we also get a really good view of a white rhino.
Okay, thank you.
White rhinos are the larger species of rhino, weighing in at about 4,400 pounds fully grown. White rhinos, unfortunately, are poached in the wild for their horns, which contain keratin. Keratin is what makes up our fingernails and our hair. I'm going to come around the bend here and see if we can get a better look. Now, white rhinos are not actually white, they are gray. They get their name from a misinterpretation of the Afrikaans term "weit," which translates in English to wide, which was used to describe the wide mouth that they used to browse the ground for food.
My phone is at 28. Thank you. Oh.
On our left-hand side, kind of down in the valley there, that is a warthog. Warthogs are from the same family as the domesticated pig. They have razor-sharp tusks that they use to dig burrows to live in. And when they get into that burrow, they will typically go in backwards so that their tusks are sticking out. This helps them defend their burrow
Who did you say it was?
predators coming by.
I saw something over here move.
Trying to infiltrate that
Oh my
burrow
gosh,
to
it's
live in.
there. What is it?
I also see some zebra coming up on the right-hand side.
The right
Many folks often wonder whether zebras are black with white stripes or white with black stripes. I can tell you based on the color of their nose that they are black with white stripes. Zebras have enough kicking power in their hind legs to a lion. Have a seat for me, friend. Thank you.
I'm just trying to take a picture.
Now, a group of rhinos is called a crash. They have a running speed of about 35 miles an hour. On the right-hand side, kind of by that group of rocks there, those are waterbuck. Waterbuck get their name because they spend most of their time in close proximity to water. Their coat emits a greasy, oily substance that helps them dry off much faster when they come out of the water. The Magadi Glen. The Magadi Glen is a recent acquisition here thanks to Disney's Conservation Fund. Disney's Conservation Fund is a great way to get involved in conservation. While you're here at the park, you can donate at any merchandise or food and beverage location, and 100% of proceeds go toward animal conservation, not only here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, but also supporting organizations around the world that help out zebras and rhinos and giraffes and other species. Magadi Glen is also home to one of my favorite species coming up on the left-hand side. This is the scimitar horned oryx. The scimitar horned oryx gets its name from the scimitar shape of its horns. Oryx can go up to 9 months without drinking any water, getting all the water they need from their diet. They use their white coat to reflect the heat of the sun. However, they do maintain one of the highest body temperatures of any animal on Earth at 115 degrees Fahrenheit. On the right-hand side down by the spring, there are 2 white birds with yellow bills. Those are yellow-billed stork. Yellow-billed stork are carnivorous birds, eating fish, small mammals, and other small birds.
Is that cannibalism? Ow.
Now we're going to head out of the reserve here. These gates do mark the end of our journey.
No.
I hope you enjoyed getting to see the wide diversity of species we have here on the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Unfortunately, there is a common denominator between all these species, and that is that humans are their primary predator. This means that it's all the more important that we get involved in conservation activities. A great way to get involved is make sure you're recycling not only paper and plastics, but also your personal electronics when you're done with them. That'll help species like the elephant. I also highly recommend learning as much as you can about a species that you're passionate about, whether that's your favorite animal or maybe an animal you saw on the safari today that you never knew anything about. Learn as much as you can. Tell all your friends and family about them. That'll inspire ways to get involved in conservation efforts. Just one voice can make a ton of difference for species like these. A great way to learn here at Disney's Animal Kingdom is checking out our trails, such as the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, where you might get to see gorillas, as well as the Maharaja Jungle Trek, where you might get to see tigers. Those are open until 7 p.m. today. So here in Harambe, we do not like to say goodbye. It's too sad and too final. So instead, I wish you Quackerini in the hopes that I get to see you again. Again, my name is Annie. It has been an absolute pleasure having you. So Quackerini, and have a wild rest of the night here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Thank you, friends. Have a great night.